Good morning, everyone. It's Stephen and Andrew from Pin in the Atlas. Listen to those birds. Look at that tree. It's so peaceful here. Today, we are somewhere quite interesting. And you'll see why. Bet you weren't expecting that, were you? Neither was I. So what is this place?
We are at the Windsor ruins. These columns are all that remains of a Greek Revival style plantation mansion that was built in 1859. Unfortunately, in 1890, a devastating fire destroyed everything apart from the columns that you now see. Now, this 4-story mansion, although some websites say 4 stories, others say only 3, had 23 rooms. Each had its own fireplace with a marble mantel. Very extravagant, especially in those days. The whole building cost $175,000. That was back in those days. Today, the estimated cost of building such a mansion would be $5 million. Let's take a look.
Now, as you can see, they put a fence around the perimeter. That's just to keep people out, because with something like these, I mean, just look at these. You can see how they're crumbling. They're very unstable. And I am really surprised that they are still standing. Because of the ground here in the south, it's wet, it's unstable. You know, foundations, you have foundation problems like crazy. So that just goes to show how well built this mansion was. At the very top, look how ornate these pillars are. And you got some plant life growing out of the tops of them now. Absolutely beautiful.
So these pillars, there's 29 remaining pillars, and each of the columns are 45 foot tall, apparently.
Yeah, can you imagine how big that house was? Must have been a sight to see. Still got wrought iron along the top there. I wish that would have been a porch, probably. It's just very, very... I'm gonna get a closer look here. And you can see the concrete is just, they're saturated with moisture. So I'm extremely impressed with the fact that this many are still standing. And they are trying to do some refurbishment just to make sure that they do stay, so people can come and keep enjoying this place. Because it is really fascinating. And then okay, here we go. This is an important point I want to share with everyone. You see that standing water down there? Now, we haven't been in the Deep South very long, but we've been here long enough to learn something. If you see standing water like that, you stay away. You want to know why? There'll be gators in them there water. And the more we walk around, the more we're trying to figure out where the front entrance would have been. Now, you would think it was facing the road we came in on, with that huge tree, because that would make the perfect front yard. But what a wonderful place to have put a house. I mean, this isn't a house, this is a mansion. I mean, this was huge. We got some more remnants just right here. Just look at these trees. It's thick. The moss, the moisture. That's why so many of these trees grow up here. Like I said, the ground, it just holds the moisture in. It's very soft, very spongy.
So this house had an upstairs basement, or a first floor basement, and then the next floor had a master bedroom with an interior bathroom, and then the next floor had a further 9 bedrooms and there was another bathroom. So indoor plumbing in those days was virtually unheard of, but they had water supply in the attic that used to catch rainwater, and that's what they used to bath in, or bathe in.
Very ahead of its time for the 1800s.
Now, unfortunately, Smith Coffey Daniel II, who was the gentleman that owned this plantation, died just 2 weeks after it was completed. And he was only 34 years old.
So if you can imagine, all of this now used to be cotton plantation. Now, according to one sign, it says they had 21,000 acres, all dedicated to cotton. But a website says it was probably closer to 2,600. We don't know which one's correct, but it's vastly different today. Here we are at the Daniels Family Cemetery. It was built on an ancient Native American burial mound, and it's about a mile, maybe a little under a mile, away from the Windsor ruins. So, out of respect, we will remain silent the rest of the way going up into the cemetery. Once we reach the top, we'll share some more facts.
Here we are at Smith Coffey Daniel II's final resting place. Now, many people have said that they've seen a gentleman in period clothes wander around here, and thinking he was a reenactment character, went up to him and asked him questions. As they approached, the gentleman mysteriously disappeared. True story.
We decided to do the close here because, I mean, look at this tree. There's not another one like it around here. It's absolutely amazing.
I wonder if this is the tree that Mrs. Daniel stood under while she watched her house go up in flames.
Well, yeah, it is a safe distance away, and that would be a good place to view it from. How did that fire start?
Well, there was 2 stories. Apparently a workman threw a cigarette into a pile of sawdust, and then another theory was it was started by, they had a ball that night and one of the guests accidentally set fire to it. I don't know the true story.
Oh, okay. Well, on that note, we hope you enjoyed this video. We really enjoyed it. Like I say, it really was a surprise to pull off the road and find this just sitting amongst these trees. So remember, get out there, get exploring, go put another pin in the atlas.
And we will see you on our next adventure.
Bye.
Bye.